Hey there, how's it going today? Mark Dwayne here from markdwayne.com. Hope you're all staying safe. And first, I'd like to take a minute to thank you for taking the time to watch my video today. That means a lot to me. And what we're going to be doing today is something just a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a series of how-to videos. And this series is on how to make cinemagraphs. And it should be labeled how to make cinemagraphs from scratch, because there are programs out there that will make cinemagraphs. You just punch in a keyword, you punch how many cinemagraphs you want, and it will pump out 10 cinemagraphs, and you pick the 3 best ones. And those are something that I will use. I use them myself. If I'm in a pinch, short on time, there's a lot of product reviews going on, and I just don't have a lot of time, but I need some content for my social media account. So I'll use those softwares then. But when I got a lag in the action, like right now, there's not a whole lot of good programs to promote. So I'm going to make a video or a cinemagraph, a high quality cinemagraph. And I go into detail, and it doesn't take that long. It just takes longer than punching in a keyword, having 10 cinemagraphs pop up, and picking the 3 best ones. This one here is more labor intensive, and it doesn't take that long, maybe 5 minutes. But the video will take that long because I'm trying to demonstrate it to you. And we use 2 softwares. One's called the Graphics Creator by Laughing Bird Software, and the other one is called Create by Vidello. Not Create Studio. It's called Create. Now, they're both by Vidello. I don't want you to get confused. Okay, so we're using the Graphics Creator by Laughing Bird and Create by Vidello. And there'll be links to these softwares in the description. So if you want to check them out, that's fine. Check out the description. You'll see a link there. Go check them out. The one from Laughing Bird, the Graphics Creator, has a trial. So you can try it out, find out if you like it. If you like it, you can purchase it, but you get to try it for free. So anyway, that's an advantage, and the other one just takes you to the home page, so you can check out what it has to say about it. So anyway, without any further ado, we're going to move on into the how-to video. I just wanted to say thanks and give a little introduction here. So anyway, we're going to move on into that how-to video. Thank you. I'll see you in a minute. Thank you again. How to make cinemagraphs. Well, we're going to make a cinemagraph, and we're going to do this one from scratch, and we're going to use 2 programs. One is called the Graphics Creator from Laughing Bird Software, and the other one is called Create from a company called Vidello. I don't want you to get Create confused with Create Studio. Create Studio and Create are 2 different softwares. I made a mistake in a review that I did about Create Studio, and they're 2 different types of softwares. I said that if you got Create Studio, that you would have the benefit of Create, and you don't. You have to have 2 softwares. They're 2 different types of softwares. Create, that we're going to be using here, is more of a Camtasia style video maker that makes demo and review type screen capture videos. And Create Studio makes animations. It's an animation type video maker, and they both are very good softwares. Excuse me. I use them all the time. I use Create more than I do Create Studio, but Create is a less expensive version of a program called Camtasia. It's not as expensive as Camtasia, and it will do the job. Both of these softwares I keep going back to. Whenever you find a program or a software or whatever, and you keep going back to using it, then you know it's a good software. The one thing about animation video is no software does it all. So if you're going to get into animation video, you're going to have to buy more than one software to do the job. And what I'm doing here is you can make cinemagraphs with different programs, and I will do different demos on these programs, but for this one, we're going to use these two programs here. And what I use when I make a cinemagraph with these two programs, it's when I'm in a lag in the action in marketing. Right now, I do product reviews, and there's not a good product to review. So I'm going to take the time and make a good cinemagraph to put on my Twitter channel. I use Twitter. Some people use Facebook. Some people use Instagram. I find that Twitter is a better marketing channel for marketing, so I use Twitter more than I do the others. But anyway, I use Twitter, so we're going to make a cinemagraph that I'm going to put on Twitter, and we're going to do it from scratch. Now, if you get in a situation where you're really busy and you need some content, I have other softwares. I use them, and they will make cinemagraphs. You just type in a keyword, and it'll pop up 10 videos or how many you choose. And then you find the best 3 that fit whatever you typed in. Then you load them onto your social media account. And there is that. There is those. They have their purpose. If you're busy, I use them. You need some content. If you're in a lag in the action like I am right now, then you use a higher quality, more self-gratifying type program. You're going to make a better quality and a more self-gratification type cinemagraph. That's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, enough of that little spiel. We're going to be using these two programs, and there is links to a trial for the graphics creator in the description, and there is a link to Create. Will take you to the home page of Create, so you can check it out. I'll leave a link to both of them in the description. Plus, I have a animation video playlist that this video here will be in when it's done. It has different product reviews and different animation video software. You can check that out. I'll leave the link to it in the description as well. And like I said, different software does different things. So you're going to be have to use multiple softwares if you're going to do animation video. But anyway, you can check out the software and that in the description. So anyway, we're going to move on in and go ahead and make this cinemagraph. It's a little time consuming, but not very. Once you know how to do it, you could probably zip one out in maybe 5-10 minutes. It takes a little bit of time finding the right picture or video. And here's something I want to say about cinemagraphs before we get moving on. There's basically 4 parts to a social media cinemagraph. There's a moving or a video part that's in the background. And then there's a stationary part that doesn't move. It's called static, a static image. And then there's the positive quote. There's usually a positive quote of some kind. And then you brand it with your website or whatever you use for branding. So if someone likes your cinemagraph on the social media and they share it, well, there's your website or whatever is on there. So, you know, it's the bubble up or trickle down effect or whatever. So anyway, that's the little spiel on that. There's 4 parts to a cinemagraph, and we're going to go through that on here. And the higher quality one will get more likely shared if people like it. Not only that, all 4 parts need to be congruent. They need to be congruent with each other. So anyway, we're going to start here and I'll quit babbling. So anyway, in the graphics creator, we push File, then we go to New Design. Then we're going to go up here and push Photo and Videos, and then make sure that the photo button is pushed, and we're going to look for, and here's the other thing about cinemagraphs. They work the best if it's like a hill, the sky, the beach, the mountains, stuff like that, where there's a landscape, where the landscape meets the sky, stuff like that. I'm going to do it with, and you need, I'm just going to search for people, if I spell right, which I don't, people on the beach. Oh, I'm going to take the out. People on beach. Oh, I got pushed the caps lock. Okay, and then you want to make sure that after you do that, that you push enter or return, depending on whether you're on a Mac or a PC. And these programs will work on both Mac and PC. They've got versions for both of them. Okay, now what we're looking for is we're going to scroll down here and find the right type of image. Now, I don't know if this one will work or not. I don't know if these will work or not. If this wasn't a demonstration video, I would experiment to see if they would work or not. But these type here do. This one here will. This one here may. I don't know if it will or not. This one here will. I don't know if that one will or not. Like I said, if I had more time, I would experiment with, and I don't know if this one will or not. And I don't know if that one will or not. But anyway, I'm just saying you need to find this one here would be a good one, but I don't know if it will work. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take this girl here and we're going to move her over here. Okay. And then we're going to pull this up. And then we're going to stretch this out. And then we're going to download this image. Make sure it's in a PNG format. We're going to call it Woman 1. Download. It's in the downloads, and we're going to make sure we name it .png. And then we're going to go over to a place and called remove background from image from remove.bg. Remember, remove.bg, and then we're going to upload the image. Here's the image. We're going to upload this. And then it will remove the image. Now we're going to download it into the transparent. It's got rid of the background, and you got the transparent picture. Now we can get rid of this. And now what we're going to do before we move forward is we're going to make this canvas here the size for Twitter, which is 720 by 360. Now I use Twitter, like I said, and you can use these on Instagram, and the size for Instagram is 1080 by 1080. You can use them on Facebook, but you might have to look up what the size for the images that Facebook on the timeline on your timeline accepts. So now we're going to go and close this out, and we're going to go to photo and video again. And now we're going to make sure that's clicked on video, and we're going to look for the beach. And you just push enter. We're looking for a video. And I like this one here. I've used it before, and I'm going to use it again because it fits with that particular static image. So I'm just going to click on this, and then you can download it for free. It's called Beach Waves and Sunset. And we just save. And then we go into here. We're going to import video. And here it is here. Now we're going to take and stretch this out. Make sure it covers the whole canvas. You don't want to have any gaps. And now we're going to import the image, which is the girl here with the transparent background. We're going to take her and put her over here. Excuse me. And then we're going to take and flip her this direction. Oops, I grabbed the wrong thing here. I'll fix this little gap. And you can make her bigger like that. Make her bigger, whatever you want to do, whatever makes you okay. And then we're going to have to put the positive quote in. So we're going to go add text, new text. Now I always make sure when I use this program that I make this smaller, then move it. And then you want to go over here and change the text color, usually white. It always comes in gray. Okay. And then you want to put your quote in there. I'm just going to use a quote that I think it fits. Stay wild. Stay true. And then what you're going to do now is highlight that. You go back to format. You put it, make it so that's center. Okay. And this thing here, right here, will adjust the up and down. But I'm going to change the text because I don't like it. And sometimes this is a little challenging, trying to find a text that you like, because it takes some trial and error. And that's not just true with this program. Now that font will work. I'm going to go ahead and use it. And then I could do it just like that and it would be fine. But what I like to do with this program especially is you got new circle, rectangle, triangle, and new line. I like to take a rectangle like this. We're going to put it over like this. And then we're going to move it farther, send farther. Like that. I need to make it a little smaller or make the text a little bigger, one of the two. I don't think the text really needs to be bigger. This just needs a little adjustment on. Okay, and now I'm going to change the shape color to black is what I'm going to do, because this is what I like to do here, and it makes this text stick out. But I'm not going to leave it black. I'm going to change the capacity to something, I don't know, right about there. So you can still see the stuff behind it. And now what we want to do is put our branding in. So we're going to go up here and we're going to duplicate the text. Okay, I pushed the wrong button. Duplicate. And we take one of the texts down here. And we're going to edit this and I'm going to put my website name in here because I'm going to use this image because I think it looks, or this video or Cinemagraph or whatever you want to call it. MarkDwayne.com. That's my website. I don't like the image style. So I'm going to change that. And Arial is okay, but it's more like what I would use for a branding. If I had more time and this wasn't for just demonstration purposes, I would maybe find a different one. Now, you want to make sure you put your branding in a place where people can see it, but you don't want your branding taking up the whole screen. You know what I'm saying? You want it there, so you get what I'm saying? Sometimes in the middle I'll put it, but it looks like it fits better over here. And you want to make sure that this is over the whole, because there's nothing worse than render, because we have to render this. It's a video. There are other softwares that you can do this with, and I'm going to do more videos on this with different softwares doing the same thing and different animations and stuff. So anyway, you'll have to keep tuned for that. You want to make sure you click on the video, the background, the video part, and then you're going to record the video. And then we're going to record the video. Stay wild 1. And I usually copy that with Control C. And then we record. Okay, and we just push OK, and we save. Okay, here's where we go into create. Okay, we're going to use create here. We're going to use a new, create new, it said. Now we're going to, the reason we have to do this, I didn't explain that. The reason we have to do this is because the graphics creator renders at it's called a WEBM format, and we want to change it to an MP4 format. And I believe Facebook will accept WEBM. It's .WEBM. It's the extension onto the end, but Twitter won't. So it's a Twitter image. So I have to change it to a MP4. That's why I'm using Create to do that. Now, if you're just going to use Facebook, it may work without doing this. Okay. I'm not sure about Instagram. So anyway, we'll just add it on here. And we got to go to the desktop. Stay Wild 1. Open. And then we got to drag that down to the timeline here. And what I have to do is put this at 25%, then scale. Okay. We want to change this to 1080. Okay, but here's the thing. You see the black at the top and the bottom? I'm going to get rid of that by doing this because I already know the size. I'm going to change this to 980. And that will get rid of most of it. I could probably go 975, maybe. Okay, well, that's good enough. You get the idea. And then here's what I like to do. I still don't like that. Still looks like it's a little bit, I could make it a little smaller. I'm going to go with this because I think that looks better. Let's do a practice play here before we render. Okay, when we upload this onto Twitter, which we're not going to do here, it will go into a continuous loop. Now this is going to stop. So when people see it on your timeline, it'll be a continuous loop. Anyway, now we're going to render it. We choose, and we're going to call it stay. See how it's got the WEBM? I think that's a B. I got my B's and my D's mixed up, so that might be a D. But well, anyway, that Twitter won't accept that. We're going to change it, call it 2. And with create, you don't have to put the extension on the end when you go to render. So we just push save, and then we push publish. And I'll just have to wait a little bit. Now, the one thing I didn't say is you could put music on them. You don't have to. I normally don't because it's usually muted anyway. And right here's the preview button. We can preview it right here. And this is the final copy. Now, when this is on Twitter, it won't have these gaps at the top and the bottom. And it will be in a continuous loop. Well, anyway, that's how you make what I call a higher quality cinemagraph. It didn't take that long, but for demonstration, it took me a little longer because I'm talking and demonstrating and trying to make sure that there's no hiccups and whatnot. But I hope that was informative. I hope you know how to do a cinemagraph. And there's links in the description for my playlist on animation video. And there's a link in there for Create. And there's a link in there for a trial. You can try out a real working copy of the Graphics Creator by Laughing Bird. Well, anyway, if you like my videos, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, push that notification bell, and make a comment. And anyway, check out the software. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching my video. Stay safe. Thank you again.